Hi guys, I'm your average faggot Victor, and today we will be looking at a fragrance from the house of Galleria Parfums, which is Ashton's of Gents Scents fragrances, and that is Dream Woods. So let's get right into it. Special thanks to my good friend Nas for letting me borrow this bottle for the review. The nose behind this is Bertrand Duchaufour, and this is marketed as a unisex fragrance. This was released the year 2020, available for 100 ml, extrait de parfum concentration, and priced at 205 USD. This came with a tall rectangular black box with gold accent on it. You got the name of the fragrance, the concentration, the house, and the size in front, which are a bit raised, along with the black logo of Galleria Parfums all around. These are a bit embossed and can be felt in your fingers. You get some interesting facts about Galleria Parfums at the back, and the ingredient information, as well as the date of manufactured and date of expiration at the bottom. Opening this box reveals another box inside that has a textured surface and made from a solid cardboard. You got the name of the house and their logo in front, as well as on the top. The base is also printed in gold as well to continue the black and gold theme. This slides southward, revealing the card with a picture of what appears to be a forest along with a bunch of lavenders. This card also has their website. And at the back of this has the name of the fragrance, the concentration, the perfumers, and the notes breakdown. And finally, we get into the bottle, which is seated in the silk cloth with foamy materials underneath. The bottle is a tall but slim colored violet cylindrical shape made in this frosted glass on top, and it will transition around near the bottom to a clear one, which is a subtle but a nice touch. You can actually feel the texture of the frosted part becoming smoother as you run your fingers near the bottom. Though this is a 100 ml bottle, they still made this pretty slim that can easily sit well in your hand. It has a good thick glass base, but the weight of it is not overly heavy or light. The cap is made with metal with a plastic interior. This has a really good weight behind it, and this doesn't click into place, but it is a snug fit, and some of this bottle can be picked up from the cap and some don't, so be very mindful of this. This has an excellent pressurized atomizer, and you can easily control its distribution. And this lets out a straight but a bit wide mist. This opens up sweet and spicy, coming from the cardamom with little fizziness from the ginger. You also get a bit of bitterness from the grapefruit and aromatic characteristic from the juniper berries. You get that woody undertone in the background coming from the cedar. This does have that Jean Paul Gaultier ultra malt vibe going on from the opening, with sweetness being toned down just a tiny bit and smoothing off the edges. After an hour, you now get lavender, maintaining that aromatic and clean scent profile, along with the fig, which is the most prominent note you get here in the mid, giving off a green and a bit of a fruity sweet smell along with the quince, and there's still that woody touch in the background now coming from the driftwood. I just wanted to point out that the fig here doesn't have that old person smell to it, rather it's still coming across very youthful because of the sweetness. In the far dry down, it will develop into a woody sweet vanilla scent coming from the tonka bean, kayak wood, and ambergris, which are the main notes you will get here. Performance is great. It has a good projection and a decent size of scent bubble for the first 1.5 to 2 hours, and it lasted on my skin for around 7 to 8 hours. Not a very versatile fragrance, as this will only work best in a cool weather environment in the month of fall and winter. It might get too sweet if you were to wear it in the heat, and this is good casually or a polo shirt attire, good for dates and gathering. Even though it is not as sweet and cloying as Ultra Malt, this is still a sweet fragrance overall, which is something to keep in mind, but this is still pretty much an easy to wear scent as there are no daring notes in here. Definitely a great gift idea. It has a really well thought out presentation, and premium materials are also present in here, from the cap, the bill of the bottle, and even the sprayer. You just have to be willing to pay that premium price tag. Overall, this is a good fragrance. Yes, it does have that ultra malt vibe in the opening, but it's still not a one-to-one clone or a niche version of it. This has a prominent note of fig in the mid and a much woodier scent profile. It has a great presentation and performance. But the retail price is way too high in my opinion, so your best bet is to get a sample of it to see if you really like it that much to commit to a full bottle. Please consider pressing the like button, as it really helps the channel a lot, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. This has been your average fraghead. signing off.